I stood in the town where the trestle bridge bent, where ballots and books and the tax pennies went, where doctors made charts and the judges wore gray, and the people asked, "Who put these rules in our way?" I was only a watcher, a notebooking man with a hat full of doubts and a why-wobbling plan. They asked me each morning, they asked me each night, is the bridge truly crooked or bent by the light? Then came a thin fellow with glim in his grin, with a whispery whistle and maps on his skin. He did not say, "Burn it." He did not say, "Lie." He said, "Don't you wonder who built it and why? Who counted the counting? Who checked the checks? Who footnoted footnotes in rule-riddled texts? Who measured the medicine? Who judged the decree? And why should the few who know more than we?" The crowd gave a murmur. The murmur grew claws. It scratched at the windows of process and laws. For trust is a bridge over things we can't see, and bridges look fragile when named tyranny. So I asked of myself, as the lamps became dim, am I watching the danger or learning from him? When I question the questioner, what do I do? Do I seek what is fair or just what feels true? The whisperer bowed to the many more mass. You pay for the palace, yet stand in the grass. The judges have benches, the clerks have the keys, the scholars have words that blow over like bees. The doctors have models, the teachers have boards, the counters have scanners, the captains have swords. But you have your hunger, your children, your scars. So why should their lanterns outshine your own stars? Then every small error grew tall as a tower. A delay became plot. A correction became power. A ruling became proof of a robe-wearing ring. A footnote became a conspirator's string. One voter cried, "The city has swallowed my say." One parent cried, "Strangers are molding my clay." One patient cried, "Changes mean trickery's breath." One worker cried, "Experts are taxing my death." Their stories were different, their timelines were not. They tangled like noodles in one steaming pot. They did not agree on the who, how, or when, but all of them pointed at them, and them. And I, with my notebook, wrote under the moon, "Reason wants harmony, faction wants tune. A falsehood may stumble when facts make it trip, but shapeless suspicion will slither and slip." The whisperer danced on the trestle bridge planks. Your thanks are for thieves, your rules are their tanks. When they use the system is vile. When we use the system, it smiles a clean smile. The people cried, "Yes, that is different indeed. Their power is poison, but ours is need. Their courts are a weapon, our courts are a shield. Their count is a theft, our count is the field. And hypocrisy, once with a thunderous gong, became just a cricket that chirped and was gone. For the wrong was not wrong when the right hands possessed it. The same little lever turned holy when pressed it. So the bridge did not fall in one terrible crack. It sagged by a whisper, then never swung back. First, they made a mistake. Then, they made it with spite. Then, they are the enemy dressed up as right. Then, no rule can bind us unless we have won. Then, truth wears our colors, or truth is undone. Then, only the leader can certify trust. Then, process was powder, and law became dust. I shouted, "But audit! But answer, but show, let records be opened and remedies grow. Let doubt be a lantern, not wildfire and smoke. Let justice repair what injustice has broke." But the whisperer laughed with a tin-tattle tone. Repair is too small when the whole thing is stone. A flaw can be fixed, so a flaw must expand, till nothing is left but my voice and your hand. Then I met 3 old questions beside a dead tree. "What do you want for yourself?" asked the first one of me. "What do you want for your neighbor?" breathed 2. "What do you want for the world?" asked the third, ringing true. I answered, "A self that can doubt without hate, a neighbor not crushed by the weight of the state, a world where the truth is not owned by a side, where power is checked and corrections abide." The tree gave a shiver, the roots gave a ring. The birds who had hidden began not to sing, but to listen. And listening, being no crown, was the first little thread that could stitch up the town. So learn, little watcher, when questions arrive. A republic needs questions to keep it alive. but questions that answer themselves before heard can turn into cages disguised as a bird. Distrust every throne, but not every scale. Inspect every sail, but don't drown every whale. Make experts accountable, never divine, but do not call knowledge itself a crime. For the many need bridges to cross what is vast, and the few must be checked, not worshipped or cast, into pits where all judgment is branded unclean, till only the loudest decides what things mean. The fall of Republic came soft as a hymn, not when all lights failed, but when each trusted him. The man who said, "Only my lantern is bright. All other lamps serve the forces of night." And I, still an observer, still questioned, still small, wrote this on the last standing gate of the hall. A people may quarrel and still be a nation. A law may be flawed and still merit repair. A fact may be hard without being invasion. A judge may be wrong without proving despair. But when truth has a party and trust has a team, the bridge becomes ash in the heat of the dream. Then the Republic, though roofed and still lit, has already fallen, bit by bit.